Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. So today is Monday, July 8th and last night I finished this book which put me in a slump like 1 month ago, and basically I did not read for a month. I read one book in June and yeah, I was just in a massive slump, but last night I read 200 pages and finished this book. So, I want to keep that going. I want to read, hopefully a lot this week. Try to actually get out of the slump. And the first book I want to read is... I never know the title of that book because it's very long and confusing. It's Dusk or Dark or Dawn or Day, I think. I'm not entirely sure if that's the correct order of the words, but those are certainly the words. Because I was supposed to have read that last month in June, but I didn't get to it, so I definitely want to read it now. And I also want to read this book, which is the third book in the Robert Hunter series, which is mystery thriller. And the two previous books that I read in the series I absolutely loved, and they're very fast-paced and thrilling and probably good to get out of a reading slump. So yeah, definitely want to start this. And I also have Leviathan Falls here, but I don't think I'm gonna start it yet. I want to start it soon-ish, but I don't think I'm actually gonna start it this week. I mean, I might, but I don't think I actually will. But this book is just so floppy. I'm very happy that this is the last one in the series. And I'm happy we are gonna end with such a floppy, satisfying book to hold. And yeah, like I said, I don't think I'm gonna actually start it this week, but I do want to start it soon-ish. And then no idea if I am gonna get to anything else, or if I do, what it's gonna be. But yeah, the goal is just to read. I just want to read. I want to get out of my slump and just fall in love with books again, because last month was rough. And I think I mentioned in my previous weekly vlog, last week's one, that I was going to go to a cat cafe with my friend today, but then last night I was like, is it even open on Mondays? Because a lot of things are closed on Mondays, like restaurants and cafes and that sort of thing. And I checked it and it is not open today. So that was devastating news. I don't know if we're still gonna go this week at some point, because we were gonna go last week, but then my friend actually couldn't because something came up at work, and then we were gonna go today, but it's not even open. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna go this week, because tomorrow and on Wednesday I can't, and I don't know if she can on Thursday. And I definitely also can't on Friday because I am going back to my parents' house. So yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I would really love if it happened. Also, I'm gonna watch, today I'm gonna watch the 4th episode of House of the Dragon, which I hear is very sad and traumatic and crazy, and I'm very excited for it, but also I'm very scared. I feel like I'm not ready for whatever's gonna happen. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I think that is everything that I had to say in this intro, and welcome to the vlog. Hello, it is Wednesday and I do have reading updates, and I would like to think that I am out of my reading slump. Hopefully. I think I might be, because I have read a book which I mean, it was fairly short, was just under 200 pages, and I've made some progress in another book. And so the book that I have read was Dusk or Dark or Dawn or Day. I think that's the title. And this was like fantasy, and we were following a main character whose name I already forgot because I just cannot remember names, but she was a ghost. And the way that things work in that world is that, like, if you die when you're supposed to die, you just, move on to like heaven or whatever the afterlife is. But if you die when you're not yet supposed to have died, like it's not your fate to die on that day, but you still die on that day for like an accident or whatever, you get stuck as a ghost. And you need to like take the time that you need to get to the age where you're supposed to actually die. And the way that the ghost can take time is by like taking it from humans. But by taking the time from humans, like if a ghost takes like a week from a human, that human like gets a week younger. So, or if you take 4 years from a human, that human gets 4 years younger, not older. And so the main character we're following, she is a ghost, so she died before she was supposed to. And the way that she's taking like time from humans is by working in a like suicide prevention line, and whenever people call her, like the time that they spend talking to her is the time that she like took from them. She's doing that, and there are other ghosts in where she lives, and one day she hears that the ghosts are disappearing, and she is like now trying to figure out why the ghosts are disappearing and trying to save them. And yeah, this was like pretty short. It was under 200 pages, but I really enjoyed it. And this was from an author that I've read a lot of books from before, and I usually really like her books, and I also definitely really like this one. Like, it was not my favorite book from her, and it was like not also an all-time favorite book in general, but it was like pretty fun. It was pretty cute, and I think I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. And then I started reading The Night Stalker, which is the third book in the Robert Hunter series, which is mystery thriller. I am this much in, I'm on page 294, and in this one, the first victim that is found is a woman who had like her mouth and her genitals, I guess that's the best way to say it for a video, like sewn shut. And also the killer had left something like inside her body, and the thing that the killer left inside her body was absolutely wild. And then they have like found a couple more victims, and they also have like stuff inside their bodies, but like it's different for every victim. Objects like are different, but the purpose of the objects is the same. And there is another like person doing another investigation, like a PI. She's investigating like a missing person, but obviously everything is connected, and as usual, very gory, very descriptive, very fast-paced, and I'm very invested in this. I am very curious to see, like, I know what the connection like among all the victims is. Like, I figured it out before they did, but also I have more information than they did, because when they got all the information that I had before, they also figured it out like immediately. And yeah, I'm just curious to see who the hell is doing this. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far, and I do plan on finishing it tomorrow, hopefully. And that is what I have read. And also tomorrow I am finally going to the cat cafe with my friend. I am so excited. And yeah, on Friday I have a meeting at work that everyone's like not excited for. And like, it's a meeting with everyone and no one really wants to have it, but yeah, it's in the morning. I think it's at 10. And yeah, that's what's happening. Also on Friday I'm gonna go back home to my parents' house, and I don't really know what I'm gonna read after this. I don't know if I'm gonna start Leviathan Falls or if I'm gonna start another book for like a video that I have to read at some point. Maybe I will start that because that video is like, I have to read 3 books for that video, and Leviathan Falls is just 1 book for like another video. You know what I mean? But either way, we will see. I will finish this, like I said, hopefully tomorrow, and I will talk to you probably either Friday night or Saturday. Hello, it is Saturday, and I have just finished filming my mid-year book tag. Book? Why did I say book like that? Anyway, I just finished filming that, and I also actually filmed the last update and outro for the Kingdom of Ash video, and I'm tired. I've been talking for a very long time. Like the book tag, it took me 30 minutes to film. It surely won't be 30 minutes long, but it took me 30 minutes to film. And the other one took me like maybe 15, maybe, possibly. And yeah, I've been talking for a long time, so I'm gonna try to make this update short because I am tired. But I have finished books and I have started books. I mean, I finished 1 book and I started 1 book. But I did finish The Night Stalker. I think that's the title of it. And that was insane. Like, what we found out about the killer, like the reason why he was killing those people and like why he was killing them in that way, like that was traumatizing even to me. So yeah, that was something. And also the ending was definitely very thrilling. There was like a lot of danger involved at the end, and I was stressed out. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. And then I started Recursion, which I could get my e-reader. It's literally like there, this thing. That's it. I could go get it, but I really don't want to get up. So I think I'm 14% in. I think that's where I got to last night. Not entirely sure, but definitely not like very far into it. And we are following 2 characters. We are following Barry, who is like a police officer or a detective or something. And then we're following Helena. I think that's how they say her name in the audiobook. Because I am reading the ebook and listening to the audiobook at the same time, because I've heard this is confusing. I mean, I've heard these authors' books in general are confusing, so I'm all in. And we are following those 2 characters, and they are like in different timelines, because Helena's chapters, like they start in 2007 and now she's in 2008, and Barry is in 2018, I think. And in Helena's chapters, like she is trying to build a machine that has something to do with memories, either like a way to relieve memories or a way to retrieve memories. I am not entirely sure yet, because I mean they were about to get it to work when it changed POV, and I haven't gotten back to her POV yet, so I'm not entirely sure like if it worked and what exactly it does. And in 2018 with Barry, there are people who suffer from FMS, I think, false memory syndrome. And basically those people like wake up one day and they remember like a whole other life that they lived. Like the first character we see with this, like, she remembered having a husband and a son, I think, and she is actually like single and she doesn't have any children, but she does remember like having that life, and the guy that was her husband, like, he does exist, but he's married to someone else. He has like a whole other life. But she says that like she saw him and he seemed to recognize her. And Barry also says that like the people who are like related to those people in that other like life, in that other false memory, they do also tend to remember on a smaller degree like that false memory. And that's what we've gotten. I am definitely intrigued, but I'm also confused. And I'm not far in enough yet to really explain anything about what is happening or to even understand what is happening. But like I said, I'm intrigued and I am enjoying it. And also the writing, it's actually beautiful. There are some like really beautiful quotes there. And yeah, definitely having a good time. And that's it. Also, yesterday the meeting that I had was actually okay. Like it went better than we expected. So it was fine actually. And I do have another meeting on Monday and I do have to like prepare a presentation for it. So I do need to do that at some point. I will try to do it today, but I also do have to edit a video today. So I don't know what I'm gonna leave for tomorrow. But I mean, it's gonna be like a fast presentation, and like preparing for it is also gonna be fast. So it's not like I have to spend a lot of time doing that. But yeah, I'll either do it today or tomorrow, like early-ish, because in the afternoon we are going to get my mom from the airport, and then I'm just gonna stay at my place. And yeah, I would like to finish Recursion like by tomorrow night, but I don't know how realistic that is with like all the things I do have to do. But I'm gonna at least like make as much progress in it as I can. And I will talk to you again probably just on Monday to wrap up this vlog. Hello, it is Monday. I'm here to wrap up the vlog, and I think I'm gonna do that quickly because it is 11:13 p.m. Obviously, it's dark outside, and I just basically procrastinated filming like since I got home from work. So we're here now, and I did finish Recursion, and that book was wild. Like at the like 50%, I mean not 50, it was like 60 maybe. It was like after part 3 there were 5 parts. Like after I finished part 3, which is where I stopped on Saturday night, I was like, this book like might be 5 stars. I am loving this so much. I am so invested. I am loving the whole plot, the whole confusion. Because honestly, like, I had to be paying so much attention. I think I said that I was like listening to the audiobook and then reading the ebook at the same time, and even then, like, I had to focus to really know what was happening. But I was really loving it. Like, I was really invested to see like where that would go. And I also really liked the both characters that we were following, and yeah, I was really loving it. And not to say that I didn't still love the second half, like I did, but I don't know like how I feel about it exactly, because the ending, like part 5, was wild in a different way. Like, it got really crazy, and I'm not sure if I loved it or not. Like, I did love the book. I'm sure it's gonna be like at least 4 stars, but I don't know if it's gonna be more than 4 stars or not. But I did really love it. Like, that book was crazy, like in a good way. Like, it was really entertaining, really like confusing, but again, like in a good way. Confusing in the sense that like I had to really be paying attention to the book to follow it, which is not a bad thing. Like sometimes I'm just not paying enough attention, and that sucks because then I don't get like everything from the book, which in some books is not like a huge problem because you can get like the overall things that happened without getting like every single detail. But in this one I had to be paying attention to every single detail, which was nice. Like I paid attention to every single second of this book and I did really enjoy it. And yeah, I really love the book, really enjoyed it, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna rate it yet. I need to think about it a little more. But yeah, that is what I finished reading, and I just came here yesterday and had dinner with my parents. We watched the last game of the Euros championship thingy, and yeah, that was pretty much it. And this week I read 930 pages because I read Dusk or Dark or Dawn or Day, I read The Night Stalker, and I read Recursion. So yeah, I mean 930 pages for the first week that I'm like getting out of my reading slump. That's amazing. Honestly, that's way more than I expected. And I'm very happy about it because also I really enjoyed all of the books that I read. So yeah, that's it. And I think this is everything for this weekly reading vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. And if you did, give it a like and subscribe. And I will talk to you next time. Bye!